This information is presented by the Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures in the Thomas Harriot College of Arts and Sciences. It is designed to provide registration guidance to students interested in a major in the Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures. Faculty in the Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures serve as advisors for our majors. You will be assigned to an advisor during orientation. You will consult with your advisor to discuss your concentration, course schedules, possibilities for study abroad, and progress towards your degree. Your advisor will be listed in PI Report, Banner, and DegreeWorks, and you are welcome to reach out to your advisor with questions. If you do not have an advisor at this time, you can contact one of the program coordinators or directors listed above with any questions you might have. You may also contact me. I'm Deborah Rush, the Director of Undergraduate Studies in the department. Students may pursue a BA in Foreign Languages and Literatures in the following concentrations: French, French Education, German, German Education, Global Studies, Hispanic Studies, and Hispanic Studies Education. Students may also pursue a multidisciplinary degree in Classical Studies and Russian Studies. In the next few slides, we'll take a look at the degree requirements for these concentrations. This is an overview of the degree requirements for the concentrations in French, German, and Hispanic Studies. The degree requires a minimum of 120 hours to graduate. These hours consist of 40 hours of general education requirements, 36 hours of required 3,000 and 4,000 level courses in your chosen language concentration, a required minor, and electives to complete graduation requirements. When you add up these courses, it's approximately 100 hours. Because you need a minimum of 120 hours to graduate, you have around 20 hours of free electives. Free electives can be any courses you would like to take. This makes it easy for foreign languages and literatures majors to add a second major. You should consult your advisor if you have other areas of interest. Language majors must also complete an oral qualifying exam in the second semester of their junior year. Let's look at the requirements for the concentrations in French Education, German Education, and Hispanic Studies Education. Their degree requires a minimum of 120 hours. These hours include 40 hours of general education requirements, 36 hours of required 3,000 and 4,000 level courses in the language concentration, 24 hours of courses in professional studies, 11 hours of specialty area studies, and electives to complete graduation requirements. Education concentrations require that students take specific courses in communication, math, and psychology as part of their general education requirements. You should consult the undergraduate catalog for specific degree requirements. There is no required minor for the education concentrations. And majors in language education must also complete an oral qualifying exam in the second semester of their junior year. The Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures also offers a degree in Global Studies. The degree requires a minimum of 120 hours. All Global Studies majors must complete 40 hours of general education requirements, 30 hours of required courses for their concentration, and a required minor, as well as electives to complete graduation requirements. The concentration courses include Introduction to Global Studies, the Seminar in Global Studies, 15 hours of language courses, and 9 hours of FORL electives. The BA in Multidisciplinary Studies and Classical Studies or Russian Studies requires 40 hours of general education requirements, demonstrated language proficiency through level 2004, 30 hours of core courses, a minor, or approved structured electives and free electives to complete graduation requirements. If you're interested in a degree in multidisciplinary studies, you should contact the program coordinators, Dr. John Stevens for Classical Studies or Dr. Elena Miranina for Russian Studies. Should you take the placement exam? If you studied French, German, or Spanish in high school, the answer is yes. The placement test is required for Spanish. It is optional for French and German, but we strongly recommend that students with prior experience in the language take the placement exam. Why should you take the placement exam? The lower level sequence of language courses is 1001, 1002, 2003, and 2004. The placement test will help you identify which level you should take. For example, you do not want to take 1001 which is for students with no language experience, if you've studied German 3 or 4 years in high school. If you take the placement test and place into 2003, for example, you will enroll in this level. For language majors, this is an advantage because it allows you to begin your core courses for the language major sooner. Students also receive bypass credit upon successful completion of the course into which they place. So, for example, if you place into 2003, you will receive credit for 1001 and 1002 once you successfully complete that course. If you feel that the placement test has placed you in the wrong level, you have the option of going down one level in the course that you take. For example, if you place into 2004 and you don't think that is the level you should be in, you can go down to 2003. Foreign languages and literatures majors are required to have a minor, and we encourage our students to start thinking about their minor early on. You may even want to take a course this fall. Is it possible to double major? Absolutely. And many of our majors combine their language major with another major such as biology, political science, communication, or international business. This is a recommended sample four-year plan for the BA in Foreign Languages and Literatures with a concentration in Hispanic Studies. Sample plans for all foreign language concentrations are available online at the website noted in the bottom left corner of the slide. We've already discussed the importance of taking the placement test, and this sample plan indicates that the student has taken the placement test and placed out of the 2004 level and can begin taking 3000 level courses in the fall. This may not be the case for you, and that's fine. You should take the course or level into which you place. This is, as stated, a sample plan. We also recommend that students take English 1100 and their math requirement in the fall, but you can take them later if no seats are available. If you are bringing in advanced placement credit, this slide shows you the minimum scores needed and what credit you will be receiving. We typically receive AP scores from College Board in early July. You should see them appear on your transcript in Banner Self-Service around the middle of July. If you have questions about this, consult your academic advisor. If you are bringing in college level transfer credit, you can look up course equivalencies in Banner Self-Service. Just look under the Student tab for course equivalencies, then select your state and institution. Courses listed have already been approved for transfer credit. If you see courses that transfer over as XXX, that means that while they may transfer to ECU, you may need to work with your advisor to get those courses reevaluated by the department to see if they will count towards your degree. Also, if you do not see a course listed, it doesn't necessarily mean it will not transfer. It simply means that, again, you may need to work with your advisor to get that course reevaluated by the department. Always consult your advisor with questions. So, how do you know when we've processed your AP scores or college transfer credit? You should look in Banner Self-Service under the Student tab for student records. Then select your academic transcript. Here is an example of how AP credit and college level transfer credit will appear. As you can imagine, ECU receives a lot of transcripts, so we ask for your patience as our admissions and registrar's office staff work hard to process all of these. If you do not see your transcript updated by August 1, please be sure to reach out to your academic advisor. Let's talk about fall registration. You should take the placement test during the summer before registration. Remember, it's required for Spanish, and we strongly recommend that students with prior experience in French or German also take the placement test. We recommend that you begin taking your language courses in the fall. Don't wait. The placement test will help you identify the level in which you should enroll. It's also recommended that you take English 1100 and your math course in the fall if you can. If these classes are closed, you can take them later. For students in the education concentrations, remember that you will need to take Math 1065 or 1066 or 2127. Once you've added your priority courses, it's now time to add on any additional courses to create your full-time schedule of 12 or more hours. You have plenty of options. You can start exploring a minor or double major. You can add on any of your general education courses such as natural sciences, social sciences, humanities, and fine arts. We will look at other general education options in the next few slides. As always, consult with your advisor if you have any questions. You should have learned about the 40 hours of general education requirements in your orientation module, so now we're going to take a closer look at these courses. I would like to begin the discussion with the natural sciences. You must take at least 7 hours of natural sciences in order to graduate. One of those sciences must include a lab. This slide contains suggestions for all non-science majors. If you're interested in pursuing a health-related pre-professional program such as pre-med, pre-dental, or pharmacy, then you will need to take different science courses not listed on this screen. You should consult your advisor for further guidance. You must complete at least 9 hours of social sciences to graduate, and 2 of those must be from different disciplines or areas. As you can see, there are a lot of options for you to choose from. Keep in mind, not every course is offered every semester, so you need to check Banner Self-Service for course availability. You'll also notice some courses have GD or DD listed beside them. This means that they also count for your global diversity or domestic diversity credit, which is required for graduation. Let's look at the humanities and fine arts categories. You will need at least 1 humanities course and at least 1 course in fine arts, plus an additional course in one of these areas to fulfill this graduation requirement. Humanities courses include courses such as English literature, classical literature, foreign literature, history, religion, and philosophy. Our department offers humanities courses under the prefix FORL. These courses are taught in English. In the fall, you may take the following courses: FORL 1662, Introduction to Hispanic Studies; FORL 2600, The Holocaust; FORL 2680, German Literature and Translation, Fairy Tales. The Fine Arts category includes Art Appreciation, Intro to Dance, the Enjoyment of Music, Jazz Appreciation, and Intro to Theater, just to name a few. Now that you know all of your options, it's time to register. Use your registration PIN of 082420 to register for the courses we've just discussed. Remember to register for your priority courses first and then fill in the rest. You have plenty of options. You can find step-by-step registration instructions on many websites, including Peer, the registrar's website, and the Thomas Harriot College of Arts and Sciences Advising Center website, where you will find a page listing frequent problems students encounter. If you have further questions, please email your academic advisor. Now it's time for some important reminders. Don't forget to register for a minimum of 12 hours for full-time billing purposes. Keep in mind that classes that are closed now may open up later as students change majors and adjust schedules, so keep checking Banner regularly throughout the summer. Check your ECU email daily. Be sure to explore the great resources available at the Thomas Harriot College of Arts and Sciences Academic Advising websites, as well as the Department of Foreign Languages and Literature's website. And finally, get to know your undergraduate catalog, because your advisor will provide advice, but ultimately you will be responsible for following the requirements in that catalog. Be sure to follow the virtual orientation schedule throughout the rest of the summer so you can learn all about your major and perhaps even double major opportunities. You'll also learn about the great resources available to you at ECU. Be sure to review your admissions checklist to make sure you've taken care of everything. And finally, always communicate with your academic advisor if you have questions or concerns. We're here to help. Advisors will be assigned during orientation. You can view your advisor's name in PyReport, Banner, or DegreeWorks. You should contact your advisor with any questions or concerns about your classes or schedule. If you have not been assigned to an advisor and have questions, please feel free to email me. I'm Deborah Rush. I'm the Director of Undergraduate Studies in the Department of Foreign Languages and Literatures. My email is rushd17@ecu.edu. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and above all, stay safe. We look forward to seeing you in the fall.